desk is cluttered with half-written lines tangled in the ivy and vines of words I've practiced but never can say. So I hide them in envelopes tucked far away. I found a blue stamp in a kitchen drawer to send a message that won't reach your shore. The ink is black and the paper is cream. It's a quiet place where I'm allowed to dream. I tell you about how the oak tree has changed and how the living room's been rearranged. I leave out the part where I still check the gate and how the tea in the pot always sits until late. The wax is melting by the candle flame. I hesitate before I write your name. The air is heavy with the things unsaid, a library of longing inside of my head. These are my unsent letters to you, signed with a heart that's a little bit blue, folded in creases and sealed with a sigh. Under the weight of a pale winter sky, I'm building a mountain of paper and bone, keeping me company while I'm alone. I describe the way that the frost hit the glass and watch the neighbors and mailmen pass. They don't know I'm holding a ghost in my hand across the borders of this quiet land. Every tear is a bridge that I'm trying to build. Every yours is a promise that's yet unfulfilled. If I dropped them all from the balcony high, would they turn into birds and learn how to fly? Or would they just scatter like leaves in the street? A paper-thin version of when we would meet. And sealed with a sigh. Under the weight of a pale winter sky, I'm building a mountain of paper and bone, keeping me company while I'm alone. Just another page, just another day. I'll send it tomorrow or throw it away. Always yours. The ember light is leaning through the trees, a gentle shiver in the northern breeze. The maples are tired of holding their gold. The story of summer has finally been told. I'm pulling my scarf a bit tight to my chin, watching the season of fading begin. The bonfire smoke is a ribbon of gray, chasing the ghosts of the long July day. The copper and crimson are carpeting the street, crunching like secrets beneath my slow feet. I remember the way that you laughed in the sun, before all the colors had started to run. The swallows are gathering, ready to fly, writing a letter across the pale sky. The garden is brittle, the roses are brown, and everything's quietly settling down. Oh, the autumn leaves are falling down, painting the edges of this sleepy town. Rust in the air and a chill in the bone, a beautiful way to be left all alone. They're dancing in circles, they're drifting so free, falling like promises made to me. I find a pressed leaf in the back of a book, a souvenir from a path that we took. When the grain was so heavy it felt like a dream, and we followed the bend of the summer-fed stream. Now it's just parchment, fragile and thin, a skeleton skin where a life used to been. There's no use in holding what's meant to let go. The earth needs to sleep for the coming of snow. So I'll stand in the orchard and watch the gold rain, and let the earth swallow the last of the pain. Rust in the air and a chill in the bone, a beautiful way to be left all alone. They're dancing in circles, they're drifting so free, falling like promises made to me. Falling down, red and gold, the year is getting old. Letting go. I spent a lifetime building up these walls, brushing off the stumbles and the heavy falls, keeping my chin up, keeping my eyes dry, living by the rule that big girls don't cry. But the porcelain is cracking under the weight of trying to be perfect, trying to be straight. I'm a tower of strength with a hollow core, and I can't keep the ocean back anymore. They say big girls don't cry, but they've got it all wrong. There's a different kind of power in not being strong. It's the shaking of the hands, it's the salt on the tongue, it's the song of the heart when the air's out of lungs. I'm letting it shatter, I'm letting it spill. The world keeps on turning, but I'm standing still. There's a ghost in the mirror I finally recognize, and she's finally crying, and she's finally wise. You're looking at me like I've lost my way, because I haven't got a clever thing to say. But there's a dignity in the mess on my face, a quiet kind of beauty, a desperate grace. I'm done with the armor, it never quite fit. I'm finding the fire in the center of it. The rain on the window, the tears on my sleeve, they're the only things now that I actually believe. They say big girls don't cry, but they've got it all wrong. There's a different kind of power in not being strong. It's the shaking of the hands, it's the salt on the tongue, it's the song of the heart when the air's out of lungs. I'm letting it shatter, I'm letting it spill. The world keeps on turning, but I'm standing still. There's a ghost in the mirror I finally recognize, and she's finally crying, and she's finally wise. It's not a surrender, it's not a defeat, it's the sound of a heart finding its own beat. I'm washing the dust from the years I stayed gold, breaking the stories I was always told. They say big girls don't cry, but they've got it all wrong. There's a different kind of power in not being strong. It's the shaking of the hands, it's the salt on the tongue, it's the song of the heart when the air's out of lungs. I'm letting it shatter, I'm letting it spill. The world keeps on turning, but I'm standing still. There's a ghost in the mirror I finally recognize, and she's finally crying, and she's finally wise. Let it fall, I'm bigger than the tears. Finally wise. You still leave your coffee on the nightstand, exactly 2 inches from the edge. I used to think that was a promise, now it feels like a broken pledge. The sun is hitting the floorboards in that way that makes the dust look like gold. But the story we started writing is already feeling old. It's the quiet weight of the almost, the shadow of what should have been. I'm tracing the cracks in the ceiling, learning where the cold leaks in. I didn't ask for a kingdom, just the hand that you said you'd hold. Now I'm shivering in the heat of a love that's grown so cold. You're talking about next summer, like the foundation isn't starting to sway. You build these castles in the clouds, then watch them just drift away. I'm tired of living in the maybe, of waiting for the wind to change. Everything looks the same in here, but everything feels so strange. It's the quiet weight of the almost, the shadow of what should have been. I'm tracing the cracks in the ceiling, learning where the cold leaks in. I just empty, like a room after everyone's gone. I'm tired of holding my breath, waiting for a break in the dawn. Tracing the cracks in the ceiling, learning where the cold leaks in. I didn't ask for a kingdom, just the hand that you said you'd hold. Now I'm shivering in the heat of a love that's grown so cold. 2 inches from the edge, just a little too far to reach. You held the words like a fragile bird, the sweetest things I'd ever heard. You said the spring would arrive by dawn, but the ice remains and the heat is gone. Your voice was velvet, a golden thread, lacing the quiet of the unmade bed. We built a castle of always and soon, under the curve of a paper moon. The forever you whispered against my skin is wearing away and growing thin. It didn't break with a crash or a cry, it just drifted away like a gray winter sky. The shadows are long on the hardwood floor, tracing the space by the bedroom door. I'm listening for echoes of things you once swore, but the silence is louder than ever before. Broken promises softly spoken, leaving the heart just a little bit open. Not a storm, just a quiet decay, watching the earth slowly melting away. You spoke them so gently, I didn't feel the sting. Now I'm just waiting for a ghost of a spring. I keep the maybe inside of a jar, like a faded map to a distant star. You promised the stars would never go out, but the sky is a canvas of cold and of doubt. It's funny how kindness can hide the goodbye in the softest of words and a lullaby. In the glass that you can't even see, until the winter wind blows right through me. No shouting, no anger, just a soft steady rain of all the Sundays we gathered in vain. Quiet decay, watching the earth slowly melting away. softly spoken, like a falling leaf, a quiet kind of grief. You promised, didn't you? The radiator hums a lonely tune while the frost etches lace on the glass. I'm pulling the wool blanket tighter, watching the headlights flicker and pass. The tea has gone cold in the ceramic, a ghost of the steam in the air. I reach for your side of the mattress, but there's nothing but moonlight there. Oh, these cold nights are longer than winters, when the silence is all I can hear. The stars look like splinters of silver, everything's sharp and so clear. I'm learning the map of the shadows, the way that the dark hugs the floor. It's funny how much I can miss you when I don't even know you anymore. I remember the breath in the garden, white clouds in the October chill. We swore that the fire would be enough to keep back the frost on the hill, but the wood burned to ash in the evening, and the embers forgot how to glow. Now I'm just a house with no windows, watching the onset of snow. Oh, these cold nights are longer than winters, when the silence is all I can hear. The stars look like splinters of silver, everything's sharp and so clear. I'm learning the map of the shadows, the way that the dark hugs the floor. It's funny how much I can miss you when I don't even know you anymore. There's a beauty in the freezing, a stillness I'm starting to crave. I'm letting the memories settle like stones at the mouth of a cave. Oh, these cold nights are longer than winters, when the silence is all I can hear. The stars look like splinters of silver, everything's sharp and so clear. I'm learning the map of the shadows, the way that the dark hugs the floor. It's funny how much I can miss you when I don't even know you anymore. Just the frost on the glass, just the space where you were. Sleep now. The glass is clouded, a milky haze, hiding the end of these shortest days. I press my forehead against the cold to feel a story that's never been told. Outside the world is a muffled white, drowning flickering spark in a winter shrine. The tea is cooling in the ceramic cup. The stars are waking, looking up. The radiator hums a lonely song about a season that stayed too long. Oh, watch my winter breath fading away. The last little pieces of the light of day, turning to nothing in the silver air. A ghost of a promise that's no longer there. I'm exhaling the heart of me, soft and slow, watching it melt into the falling snow. There's a silence here I can almost taste. Nothing is hurried, nothing's in haste. The garden gate has a frozen lock. I've forgotten to end the kitchen clock. I'm just a witness to the turning year, waiting for the sky to finally clear. If I hold my breath, can I make time stop before the final heavy snowflake drops? But the lungs demand what the soul denies as the mist escapes toward the winter sky. Watching it melt into the falling snow, fading away into the white. Good night, my love. Good night. The sky turned ash at 4:30. I watched the clouds crawl past the door. The first white flake hit the rusted gate. A tiny ghost, a heavy weight. It's beautiful, or so they say, but it only marks the day you walked away. I'm pulling on that woolen coat, the one with the letter in the pocket throat. The ink is blurred from the winter damp. Under the flicker of the yellow lamp, I smell the cedar and the cold wood smoke, and swallow back the words I never spoke. The air is biting sharp and thin, trying to find a way under my skin. The neighborhood is turning soft and blurred, but I'm still hanging on your every word. Oh, it's the first snow and the bitter memories rushing back like wind through skeletal trees. You're etched in the ice of the all I see is the wreckage of you. I see your tracks from a year ago, buried deep beneath the rising flow. Funny how the world can look so clean when everything felt so sharp and mean. The frost is blooming like a silver rose on the very spot where the river froze. They say the white will hide the scars underneath the cold and indifferent stars, but the ground is hard and the heart is stone. It's a different kind of cold when you're standing rushing back like wind through skeletal trees. You're etched in the ice of the window frame. I try to scream, but I whisper your name. A pristine world, so quiet and new, but all I see is the wreckage of you. Bitter memories falling down, covering the town. The first snow always hurts the most. You're standing there with that look in your eyes, the one you used to polish up your lies. You say you're sorry, you say you've changed, but the furniture of our lives has been rearranged. I was the one who stayed up by the light while you were chasing ghosts into the night. Now you're back and the weather has turned, and you're looking for the bridge that you already burned. So go ahead and cry me a river, babe. Let the water rise up to your knees. I've waded through the floods that you made. Now it's your turn to drown in the breeze. I'm all out of towels and I'm all out of time for a rhythm that never quite managed to rhyme. Cry me a river, let it run to the sea, but don't expect a drop of it to wash back to me. The silence in here is a beautiful thing. It doesn't ask for the songs that you sing. I've grown fond of the space on the shelf and the way that I finally feel like myself. You talk about us like it's still a real word, but it's just a ghost story I've already heard. So save your salt for the wintertime frost and count up the millions of moments we lost. So go ahead and cry me a river, babe. Let the water rise up to your knees. I've waded through the floods that you made. Now it's your turn to drown in the breeze. I'm all out of towels and I'm all out of time for a rhythm that never quite managed to rhyme. Cry me a river, let it run to the sea, but don't expect a drop of it to wash back to me. just being done, watching the clouds move in front of your sun. The reservoir's empty, the well is run dry. I haven't a single pour you left to buy. So go ahead and cry me a river, babe. Let the water rise up to your knees. I've waded through the floods that you made. Now it's your turn to drown in the breeze. I'm all out of towels and I'm all out of time for a rhythm that never quite managed to rhyme. Cry me a river, let it run to the sea, but don't expect a drop of it to wash back to me. Flood the floors, I've got my boots on. Cry me a river. The garden sleeping in a coat of white, the silver shadows dancing through the night. I breathe a prayer into the freezing air and watch the frost settle in my hair. You said the winter was a time for rest, but there's a heavy hollow in my chest. The clock is ticking on the mantelpiece, waiting for the shivering to cease. The world is quiet, held in sapphire blue. Everything is still, except for thoughts of you. Frozen tears under moonlight, falling soft without a sound, turning diamonds in the cold light, scattered all across the ground. I'm a statue in the garden, brittle and clear, holding on to everything I used to hold dear. In the glow of the pale lunar beam, I'm just a ghost inside a winter dream. I trace your name upon the window pane. The ice is etched like lace against the rain. There's a comfort in the way the silence feels before the morning turns the heavy wheels. I'm not lonely, I'm just perfectly still, like the cedar standing on the hill. Frozen tears under moonlight, falling soft without a sound, turning diamonds in the cold light, scattered all across the ground. I'm a statue in the garden, brittle and clear, holding on to everything I used to hold dear. In the glow frozen tears, so bright under the moonlight. Wait for the sun, but stay for the stars. The clouds are hanging heavy over London town, a velvet curtain pulling slowly down. I'm standing by the railing where the river bends, where the city's chatter finally ends. I don't have to hide the salt upon my skin when the sky decides to let the floodgates in. Every heavy drop is a perfect disguise for the messy truth hidden in my eyes. And I'm crying in the rain, and it feels like grace, letting the silver wash across my face. No one has to ask why I'm looking so sad in the middle of the storm. I'm almost glad. It's a quiet confession, a secret in the gray, watching all the heartaches wash away. Just a girl in a coat, losing her pain, deep in the rhythm of crying in the rain. The umbrellas pass like ships in the night, none of them seeing I'm losing the light. But the thunder is kinder than a human voice. In the middle of the chaos, I made my choice to let the mascara run like ink on a page, to let my spirit step out of its cage. The pavement is shining like a polished stone, and for the first time I don't feel alone. And I'm crying in the rain, and it feels like grace, letting the silver wash across my face. No one has to ask why I'm looking so sad in the middle of the storm. I'm almost glad. It's a quiet confession, a secret in the gray, watching all the heartaches wash away. Just a girl in a coat, losing your pain, deep in the rhythm of crying in the rain. So let the sky break, let the heavens spill, until the air is empty and the wind is still. I'm drinking in the cold, I'm breathing in the damp, under the flicker of a street side lamp. And I'm crying in the rain, and it feels like grace, letting the silver wash across my face. No one has to ask why I'm looking so sad in the middle of the storm. I'm almost glad. It's a quiet confession, a secret in the gray, watching all the heartaches wash away. Just a girl in a coat, losing her pain, deep in the rhythm of crying in the rain. Just the rain, let it fall, I'm clean.